King Frederik and Queen Mary of Denmark today concluded their annual summer yacht expedition. This year the summer tour, which was the first for the King and Queen, lasted 4 days. The annual summer cruises with the Royal Yacht Dannebrog is a tradition that goes back to King Christian X, who, as the first regent, made annual expeditions in Danish waters a permanent part of his program. The tradition has since been continued by King Frederik IX, Queen Margrethe, and now the new King and Queen of Denmark. Frederik and Mary began their yacht tour on August 19 in the Municipality of Bornholm. From there headed to Aero Municipality on August 20 and then Municipality of Assens on August 21. This year's summer cruise ended with a visit to Vejen Municipality on August 22. The tour began from the port of Ron in Bornholm, where the King and Queen were received by Mayor Jacob Trost. The royal couple received a very warm welcome from the locals who were out in force to see their new King and Queen. They enjoyed a carriage ride from Ron town to Ron Theatre escorted by the horse squadron of the Gardehuser Regiment. Ron Theatre is Denmark's oldest acting theatre and in 2023 celebrated its 200th anniversary. The next stop of the first day was Bornholm Centre for Crafts, Grønbække's farm, where centre leader Lena Haftorn Larsen received the King and Queen. Bornholm Centre for Crafts is an exhibition space for Bornholm crafts of ceramics, glass, textile, wood and metal. Shortly before lunch, after a quick outfit change, the royal couple took part in a hike through the Echo Valley to Herlocker. Ekkedalen is Bornholm's largest ring valley, which stretches approximately 2 kilometers through Almindingen. In Food Bornholm, 15 local farmers have joined forces to grow and process quinoa, lentils, amaranth and chickpeas with the aim of creating a plant production unit that can deliver the green food of the future. After lunch, the royal couple visited Osterlers Church in Gudjam and was received by parish council chairman. At the end of the visit to the Municipality of Bornholm, the royal couple held a reception in the evening for invited guests at the Royal Yacht Dannebrog in Ron Harbour. After the reception, the royal ship started its sail for the next destination early in the morning the next day, Aero Municipality. Upon arrival, the royal couple sailed in chalup to Paketkajen in Marstal Harbour, where Mayor Peter Hansted welcomed them. Once again, locals received them with warm welcome, flowers and music. The couple took a walk along the harbour via Honorkajen, Pakusvej and Havnegade to Motorfabriken Marstal at Eriksson Square and stopped here and there to greet the locals. Upon arrival at the Motorfabriken Marstal, the King and Queen were welcomed by the owners Nina Rydell Andersson, Julie Skar and Lone Sondergaard. They were given a brief introduction to the 120-year-old factory, which from 1934 to 1995 produced gasoline engines for fishing dinghies all over the Real community. Frederik and Mary also visited the electric ferry Ellen in Soby Harbour. The Ellefjorden Ellen was put into service in 2019 on the route between Soby on Aero and Finchhav on ALS. It is the world's longest-running ELE ferry with a range that in 2019 was 7 times longer than any other all-electric car ferry. Next stop was the Old Manor Sobygard from 1580. The place was built as a hunting castle by Duke Hans the Younger. Today, the place is Aero Visitor Center for Geopark, the South Funen Arki, which is part of UNESCO Global Geopark. After the welcome, the royal couple received a tour of Sobygard. Frederik and Mary also joined a team for a hike in Vaderup Klint. Vaderup Klint is located on the south coast of Aero and is part of the Geopark the South Funen Arkuit, which is UNESCO appointed. From there they walked from Ærøskobing Torv to Ærøskobing Harbour. The city is one of Denmark's best-served 1700-century cities, and in 2002, Ærøskobing was awarded a Europa Nostra Prize for the preservation of European cultural heritage. In the evening, the Danish King and Queen held a reception at the Royal Yacht Dannebrog in Ærøskobing Harbour. The guests were invited to the reception buffet, which included salmon, crayfish, roosters, and turbot. The third day of the yacht tour took King Frederik and Queen Mary of Denmark to Assens Municipality. Shortly after arrival, the royal couple, together with Mayor, drove through Assens by's main street to Assens City Hall with escort of the Gardehuser Regiment's horse Savren. Crowd-waving Danish flags welcomed the King and Queen, who were making their first visit to the town since ascending the throne earlier this year. At Assens City Hall, the mayor gave an official welcome speech for the royal couple. In 2011, Assens' new town hall was built in the former sugar factory. Assens Sugar Factory and its 4 juice stations were built in 1884. After the official reception, the royal couple visited Peter Willem Oeskelen and was received here by the head of school. The school is certified as a UNICEF Rights School. During the visit, pupils from the Rights Council talked about how the school works with children and young people's rights and conditions, so that it is felt in everyday life. Next stop was the Lundegerskov, where Forester from the Danish Nature Agency welcomed the King and Queen. During the visit, the royal couple planted a tree in Lundeger Forest. They also heard about the afforestation project and the partnership between the Danish Nature Agency, Assens Forsyning AS and Assens Municipality. The afforestation has contributed to increased groundwater protection at the same time as the area can be used for recreational purposes for the public. Assens Municipality has just received KL's Climate Prize 24 for the model. After the municipality's official lunch, the royal couple visited Forsyningsparken. During the visit, they learned about how Assens Forsyning's new high-tech, climate-friendly, and environmentally and energy-efficient wastewater treatment plants work and contribute to a better environment. Next stop was Denmark's leading company in products that clean wastewater and rainwater, water care. During the visit, Their Majesties got a tour of the production hall and heard about how WaterCare's specialized products contribute to improving the environment in the Danish fjords, streams, and other recipients. Then King Frederik and Queen Mary headed to the market town for a walk. Assens recently celebrated the market town's 500th anniversary. The tour started in Plums Gard, one of Assens' most well-kept merchants' houses, and passed the Museum Wilhelmusgarden from the 1600s. The building is named after the local sea hero Peter Willemoes, who was born in the building. The city walk ended at Kulturkirken, which is Assens' former city hall, but today houses several different functions, including a library. Here the King and Queen heard about the transformation that Assens city is currently in the process of. Once again, a reception was hosted by the King and Queen to conclude their visit to the town before heading for the last stop of the summer tour. The fourth and the last day of the tour saw King Frederik and Queen Mary visiting the municipality of Vejen. Nature, architecture, and community across generations have today been the common thread during the royal couple's visit to Vejen Municipality. Vejen City Hall, the venue of the official reception, was a neo-Gothic building built in 1879 by architect Karl Lendorf. After the official reception, Their Majesties the King and Queen met the municipality's youngest and oldest citizens in Kongarsgard, which is both a daycare center and a nursing home in the same building with common areas and activities for children and the elderly. Later, the Majesties visit Vejen's iconic building, Fjordenes, located on the harbor and designed by the Danish-Icelandic artist Olafur Eliasson. The couple toured the building and learned about its history before sitting down for an official lunch. Next stop was the Welken, which primarily makes turnkey tower constructions of steel on a large scale to the international renewable energy sector based on wind turbines. In Welkens, the royal couple learned how the very large steel structures are produced, and saw the applications of technical installations in the large tower structures. The last stop of the yacht tour was the Vejen Climate Park. The area around the climate park contains many different functions and housing forms such as Rodkill Gymnasium. The park is an important part of the city's climate protection. From there they walked towards the Floating Kayak Club with school children learning about the club and its activity. From the club, King Frederik and Queen Mary bid farewell to the town and sailed towards the royal yacht, where they hosted the last reception before heading home.